began cleaning up. "Let me clean," I said, and tried to push him out of the way. He smirked. "How about we clean together?" I nodded and took my place at the dishwasher. He scrubbed, I put the dishes in, and when they were done, we would both put them away. It was a system we'd worked out recently. "Come on," Fox said. "It's time for our date." "Date?" I asked. He nodded. "Remember? I said I had something fun planned for us." "Right," I agreed, smiling wide. I kissed Nico and then followed Fox out of the house. "Where are we going?" I asked. "It's a surprise," he said. "You'll see when we get there." We went into the garage, a huge building with room for 8 vehicles. Currently, there were 4, one for each of my mates. I had asked about getting my own car several times, but they preferred that I ride with one of them. Plus, Thor often drove us around anyway. Fox's car was a sleek silver sports car. I had no idea what the make or model was, just that it was pretty and super expensive. He opened the door for me, and I climbed in. "Ready?" he asked as he started the vehicle. I nodded and buckled up. Our fun date ended up being a trip to a karting place. The guys were planning on building one at our house, but kept arguing over details, so it wasn't finished yet. Fox paid for us, completely ignoring the looks the women at the counter were giving him. I brushed my thumb over the mating crystal beneath his eye, and he kissed my palm. "I love you," he whispered with a wide smile. My heartbeat became erratic and I returned his smile. "I love you too, Foxfire. So much." His smile turned cocky. "I know." I laughed and smacked his chest lightly. "But I do have a nice one," he said and glanced over his shoulder. "Though I notice you looking at Darren's more." I rolled my eyes. "Yes, you have a great ass. And I do look at yours a lot. I just do it when you aren't looking." I winked. "I can't let your ego get too big." We walked to the track, and I realized that no one else was there. The entire place was empty. "Did you buy out the entire track?" I asked him. Not that it would surprise me. My mates were stupidly rich. He nodded. "Yep." Not a single ounce of remorse. That was my Fox. He helped me put on a helmet, and then we climbed into a couple carts. A teenage-looking male walked towards me and said, "Head over to the start line. There will be a horn signaling you to start. You get 10 laps. I'll wave a flag for the final lap and then the finish flag. Got it?" I nodded and saluted him. "Yes, sir." He rolled his eyes and stepped back so I could go. There was just a gas and brake pedal, plus the steering wheel, of course. I could drive a manual transmission, but I was glad that the cart was so simple. I lined up in the middle of the starting line, and Fox pulled up on my left. "I'm going to destroy you," he said with a wide smile. I opened my mouth to reply, but Darren replied before I could. "Not a chance. This time you'll eat my dust." I turned and stared in shock at my other 3 mates, all in carts lined up beside me. "You guys!" I yelled. They chuckled. "I wanted to surprise you," Fox said. "I originally planned for it to be just you and me, but it's just so much more fun when it's all of us." "Tonight, you and I can have some alone time, since you sacrificed our date," I told him. "Now I'm jealous," Rhys said. He wasn't. My mates were never jealous of each other, something that my brain had a hard time understanding. Just the thought of them with another woman made me see red. "Easy," Fox said, and reached over to rest his hand on my forearm. I exhaled and shook my head. "Sorry." "We're yours," he whispered. "You don't have to worry about that." I smiled at him. He always seemed to know what I was thinking. "I know. Sometimes just imagining it is enough to make me mad." "Well, stop imagining it," he said and laughed. I kissed the back of his hand and then put the visor on my helmet down. "Prepare to lose," I threatened all of my mates. I turned to Nico. "No magic." He pouted. "I wasn't planning to, but fine. I'll play fair." "Only if he is winning," Rhys chuckled, and Nico flipped him off. "Ready?" the bored teenager asked while chewing on some gum. "Ready!" we all yelled. I gripped my steering wheel, a huge smile splitting my face. The horn sounded.